Hello people, welcome to my tutorial on how to do a lab tank in an underworld party. Um, as you might have seen on my channel, I've done two videos before on how to do a lab tank, but those were on a mesmer and on a mentalist, and in those videos I did not explain at all what I did exactly and why I did it. And in this video I'm gonna say exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going, so it should be easy to understand. And also this build requires almost no pecons at all. Um, I just like to use a cupcake so I can break aggro of skeletons, which makes it a bit faster. Um, One thing about my build is that the first thing you'll notice, I have Heart of Shadow instead of Discharge. I like Heart of Shadow more because it can get you out of some tricky situations. For example, if you're completely surrounded with vengeful attacks, you can just target yourself and then Heart of Shadow out, and yeah, Discharge wouldn't help in that particular situation. Also, I like Heart of Shadow because it makes some stuff a little bit faster. So when you enter, you just wait for the concepts and your bonds, and what you're gonna do then is you're gonna take the quest from this guy, and then you have to gather all the aggro, but you have to make sure you maintain Mantra of Resolve, Shroud of Distress, and Shadow Form, otherwise you'll die. Okay, so just take the quest and gather everything. Uh, Make sure you don't forget the graspings, and then make sure you don't get stuck around this area. This is the place where a lot of people get stuck, but if you walk like this, you should usually be fine. However, if you do get stuck, you can just Art of Shadow and then you'll get out. Okay, so yeah, go all the way till there and then go back, aggro the atixes on top of here, and then go into the corner right here. So once you're here, the main team should spike this group down, and then once the group is dead, you can move on to the next group. Okay, so now it's dead, you can move on. Okay, so just aggro everything around here, make sure you don't get stuck. Ooh, and maintain mental resolve. I got lucky in that. If there's a nightmare, you just kill it with Illusion of Pain and conjure nightmare, and you can kill him with using finish him. If there's a skeleton around here, you usually don't have to aggro it, but I want to show you how to block his attacks. You just walk like this, and then go around the corner, and he shouldn't be able to hit you. You see now his attacks go into the wall, and now you can just kill him off. Make sure you refresh Illusion of Pain soon enough, otherwise he will get healed for like 103 health, and that's something you don't want to happen. Okay. So once this group is almost dead, you can move on and let the main team finish it. And then you have to go to the Labyrinth. I always like it when this Atix is dead, so I'm just gonna aggro it as soon as the main team is ready. Like this. I should have no trouble at all with it. And just make sure your emo doesn't get corrupted, and if he does get corrupted on Ether Renewal, you just wait until he gets it up again. But he's fine, so you can move on. And just refresh everything, make sure you have everything up. And yeah, you can move on. Okay, so you just pull everything into this corner. Make sure you walk backwards or sideways, because if you don't, the terrors will lose aggro because of your speed boost. So, and now you just wait for the main team to spike this group down. Okay, now you have to let the main team kill the terror riders. If there's a back group coming, I like to hold that back for them. Okay, if the attacks are around here, you don't want to aggro them, otherwise you have to kill them earlier. And just wait until they run, and then you can go kill the skeleton. The reason you don't want to aggro the attacks all the way up the stairs is because they might lose aggro later on, and you don't want that to happen. So we just kill the skeleton now, like this. Kill him off with finish him. Then I like to go in this corner to pre-trigger the patrol of these attacks. Just stand there and go back. And then you can go around here and tell them to take the quest. Okay, at this part you want to also make sure you walk sidewards if you have a cupcake on you, because the mind blades that spawn break aggro easily. So if you just walk sidewards, it's fine. The reason I walked into this corner earlier was because these attacks around here will come down earlier. You could go up there all the way, but the mind blades over here will break aggro sometimes, and yeah, they will go for the team. And yeah, here they come already, so you don't have to wait that long. Okay. Just remember to walk sideways and recast Shadow Form and Recharge. And then you have to go all the way up against the wall, and then you have to just wait there. Make sure you don't get stuck against the wall. So. Okay, so once the team has passed, you can go back, and you're gonna do what's called an infuse trick. Infuse trick means that you stand at the corner and then you wait for the spirits to come. Well, you'll just see, okay? So here comes the red. He puts his spirit and then he walks back. And the emo infuses and everything should follow. It doesn't always work, but here you see everything comes in nicely. It's nice to ping and target for the necromancer, but so he can cast the spiteful spirit on it. Okay, so once it's dead, you're gonna pull the next group. There are gonna be mind plates popping around here. You wanna aggro those. And you wanna aggro the mind plates over here, but you don't wanna go off this bridge. You just wait for them to follow you, and then walk back. Make sure you refresh your shadow form, and yeah, wait around here. Now we're gonna do another infuse trick. Just wait for the spirits. Sometimes he gets erupted on summon spirits, and you just have to wait. Okay, so see, they walk in nicely. Here you wanna cast hexes on them to break their spellbreaker, so the SS can put spiteful spirit on it. You see, this prevents the hexes, and yeah, if you remove it, then this necromancer can use spiteful spirit. Okay, so once this group is dead, you're gonna go around here, walk all the way like this, and if there's a nightmare around here somewhere, you want to kill it, and if there's no nightmare around, you want to warn the team. because if there's no nightmare, it might get up later and go on the emo, and that's something you don't want to happen. So just warn the team. Okay, so now we just move on. Ah, there it is, the nightmare. So the emo doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, and now once the path is free, you want to go this way. And just aggro everything. Don't go too far, because if you go too far, the graspings will break aggro sometimes, and that's something you don't want to happen. At this part, there's a lot of graspings on you, and if they erupt you all at the same time, your energy is gonna drop fast. So I wait until I'm below 50% health, so I have the 75% block, which is nice. As you can see, there's two graspings on the wrong side. Usually it's no problem, because it's just two of them. If you want, you can kill them, but yeah, make sure you know your spells take long to cast, and there's a lot of chance to get erupted. If you want to do it, make sure you're below the 75% health, and then you can try to cast some spells on them. But yeah, it's very dangerous, as you can see, because my health drops very fast. So yeah, you might want to just ignore them. So something about my attributes. You see I only have 6 domination magic. That's because there's only one domination spell, which is empathy. And yeah, it deals 31 damage, but it's capped by shadow form, so having more domination magic is really useless. Also, you see I only have 10 shadow arts. That's because you only need a total of 15 shadow arts to maintain shadow form, and you get +4 from your runes and your headpiece, and the concept also gives you 1, and that makes 15. And you see my inspiration is at 8. That's because if you have 9 inspiration total, you lose only 6 energy from interrupts. And yeah, there's no need to put more or less in it, because 6 is perfectly fine. And yeah, the rest is just put into illusion magic, which is set to 11. Okay, so once the group is dead, then we go to the Labyrinth again, and then we are going to do the quest. You have to tell your emo what you're gonna do, because not every LT does the same thing, and to avoid confusion during the quest, just inform them what they're gonna do. I like to start at the basement keeper around here, because yeah, it's just what I like. Okay, so just tell the emo you're ready, and make sure he stays in range, and then you can kill the keeper. Just cast illusion of pain, empathy, and then conjure nightmare, and then cast illusion of pain again. Then wait for him to get below 50% and finish him off with finish him. And then you can go on to the next keeper. Okay, so just refresh your shadow form, and you can go for the keeper. As you want to make sure you don't get stuck around here, so just yeah, don't rush in. Let them settle on you, and then go attack the keeper. Same thing, except there's a skelly on you, so you want to make sure you get healed halfway. So I like to use Heart of Shadow after Conjure Nightmare. From there on, it's pretty much the same, and then you can move on. Then tell your emo to go that way, so he stays in range, and you can move on to the next keeper, which is around here. Same thing, just cast Illusion of Pain, Empathy, Conjure Nightmare, Illusion of Pain again, and then finish him. now you want to use a bow for the next creeper, because sometimes it doesn't come by itself and you have to attack it. Like this. So yeah, the reason why you use the bow is you don't want to aggro the skeleton that patrols there, and your longbow has a longer range than the casting spells you use. Okay, so now the next creeper, which is around here. So you want to block the skeleton that patrols here, so just stand like this and he won't be able to hit you. See, it's still easy. And now tell your emo to go stand around here. I like to wait with shadow form at this part. Also, this is the reason why I use cupcake, so I don't, so I can easily lose the skeletons. Use Heart of Shadow up here, and then shadow form, and then you can kill the last keeper. Make sure you don't get stuck. Same thing here. You wanna use Heart of Shadow after illusion of conjure plane. I mean, sorry. So that's pretty much it. This is how I do LT on my assassin. I hope you got it, and yeah, have fun learning this.